Well, today's project is going to be pull the torque converter. I've been having a lot of trouble since I've had it on the road. It's supposed to have a 3,500 RPM stall in it, but I'm fighting the car to try to keep it from moving. Every time the blower surges, the car jumps 20 feet, and I'm having to push pretty hard on the brake to constantly hold it back. I mean, it's to the point if I take my foot off the brake at idling, the car will probably take off at least 25 miles an hour just idling. So I got to get more stall put back in the converter. I talked to Montgomery at Ultimate Converters. He's the one that made the converter. And he told me when I bought the converter, he says, well, if it ain't right, you need adjusting, or anything ain't right, just bring it back, and he would readjust it or fix it. So I spoke with him on the phone last week, and he said he needed about 2 days to take it apart and up the stall on it. So today I'm going to try to go ahead and get the torque converter out. The 2-speed I'm running is a dragster style. It's just got a roller bearing in the back. It don't have a tail housing, so there's no cross member on the back of the transmission. You can see right here, the bell housing, and the transmission's probably only 15 inches long. So I got to take out the drive shaft, and then the only thing, once I take the bolts out, the dowel pins are in the bell housing about 3/4 of an inch. So once I clear the dowel pins, I can drop it down and try to get it out. Let me get to work. I'll keep you updated. Well, as you can see here, I got the transmission out. I got the torque converter pulled out. I pulled it out last Thursday morning. A friend of mine, buddy, come over and helped me. And I shipped it UPS Thursday afternoon to Ultimate Converters in South Carolina. And they got it Friday afternoon. He called me up and said he would start on it Monday. And Tuesday morning, he called me, said it was done, and he was shipping it back. He changed the stator and did some adjusting on it. Said it should be okay now. And I had it here Wednesday morning. So you can see here, got it on my bench. I'm in the process of putting a quart of transmission fluid back in it, so it would have something in it when we started it back up. And also, while I had the transmission out, something else I've been wanting to do that I hadn't done is, you can see here, the transmission lines, the cooling lines were right up against this scatter shield. So I cut quite a bit of this away right here for that top line, so I would have enough room to get it on there easy enough while it's up in position. So hopefully that'll make that a lot easier. And I also wanted to show you, well, I was talking earlier about how small the transmission was. You can see my hand compared to the transmission. That's the length of it, and it's a roller housing here in the back, if you can see it. And then plus the bell housing itself. So tomorrow morning, a friend of mine, buddy's coming back over, and he's gonna give me a hand lining it up while I jack it up and push it forward, and he'll line up the pins, and we'll see if we can get it back in there and get it tested. Well, yesterday was a busy day. As you could probably see, we got the torque converter in, got the transmission in, I got the shifter hooked back up, I got the drive shaft put in, and this morning, I'm working on the transmission cooler lines. I got one started, I got one more there I got to get done, and I got to put the starter in. And that should be it. We should be ready for testing. I'm gonna keep moving, and I'll keep you updated. Well, this past week my shop's been pretty busy, and I hadn't had much time to work on my own car. So today I come up here early this morning. I went ahead and got the starter in, wired, hooked up the battery, got the transmission lines connected. And as you can see, no oil on the floor, so that's a good sign. I'm gonna try to do is set this camera up on a tripod. We'll see if we can get it started. I want to run it for a couple minutes, see if we top off the transmission fluid, and if I have time this afternoon, I'm going to try to take it out for a ride, but I got a lot to do today. Let me get going, and we'll see how it runs. Well, let's give it a shot and we'll see what happens. It's been sitting for about 2 weeks. Got good oil pressure, and I don't see nothing leaking so far. So let me get under there and just check all the fittings real quick and make sure we ain't got no leaks. Well, everything went good. Ended up taking another quart of transmission fluid, but as you can see here, I got no leaks. Everything went fine. So I don't have enough time today to take it for a test drive. I have some stuff I have to do this afternoon. So I'm probably going to end this video here. I appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, and tomorrow morning, I got a little time in the morning. I'll try to take it out and make a separate video for the test drive. And we'll see if the stall is working any better. Thanks again for watching.